Good evening, students. I welcome you all to Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Education Department, Online Education for English Medium. This online session we have kept for class 10th, subject Science and Technology Part 1. And what we are discussing in this online session today, we are analyzing the solution, we are analyzing our practice paper number 3. So we'll see the solution of practice paper 3. My name is Mrs. Bushra Maksud Ahmed and our channel nodal officer name is Mrs. Roshali Kalavli. So let's start, students. See, students, whenever you start to write your paper, there is some notice written on the top of your question paper, right? So what are the notice which is written at the top of your question papers? See, what is the first one? All questions are compulsory. Means whatever questions which are there, which are compulsory to write, that all you have to write. So all questions are compulsory, means main questions. Question number 1A, question number 1A, B, 2A, B, question number 3, question number 4. So these all are compulsory. You have to write it down. Okay. Now what is C? Draw neat and label diagram wherever required. In any question where it is required to draw a diagram, you have to draw it very neat and you have to label it. And you have to draw that diagram with your pencil. Now see what is the third instruction given in the question paper. Each of the main question to be write on the separate page. See, student, most of the time students do this mistakes that whenever they complete one question, see if question number 1 is of multiple choice, right? So 1A and B, you can write it down on a same page. But when you are starting to write question number 2, whether it is the space is left in your paper or not, you have to start the main question on a new page, on a separate page. Okay, so whether you have written only 1 line or 2 line and you will see such big page is blank, how should I leave that place? No, if you are starting main question, so you have to write it down on a separate page. Number 4, what is the fourth instruction? See, student, the right side numbers indicates the marks. See, whatever the marks is allotted to that question, it is always written on your right side. So right side, whatever the number is given, that is the marks which is allotted to that question. Now, 5th point, see, for each multiple choice question, question number 1A, the assignment will be made on the first attempt only. See, always question number 1A is what? Multiple choice question. In multiple choice questions, students, what you have to give? You have to choose one correct answer and you have to write down. But if you have written multiple answer of that multiple choice question, you have to write only one answer. So assignment will be made on the first. See, if in the first you have written some other answer and the second attempt same answer you have written but different answer is there, so the first attempt which you have taken, student, that will be considered your answer. Okay. Or the main thing is you don't write multiple answer. Try to avoid it. Just write a single answer of multiple choice question, because in multiple choice question only you are supposed to choose one correct option and you have to write down. Now see, of that also, what students see the last point, for each multiple answer question, write only option number. See, example, first answer A is correct, B is of second, B is correct. So you have to just write the number. You don't have to write the answer. See, if option A is correct, so you have to write option A. If B is correct, so just B. C is correct, so C. So just of that multiple choice question, you are supposed to write only what, student? Only the number. You are not supposed to write the whole statement and the answer. Okay, so I hope this all instruction is very clear to you. and right now you have completed 3 papers also. So this instruction, I know most of the student can understand very nicely, and you have to keep mind all this instruction while writing your paper. Now see, next we'll go. See student, the marks allotted, how the marks are allotted question number wise. See, in question number 1a, question number 1a consists of what? It consists of 5 questions of 1 marks each. Okay, and the question which are in question number 1a, they are only textbook based question. Okay, from textbook only these questions will come. And how much marks it is? 5 marks. 5 questions, 1 marks for each, so 5 marks. Option with marks, so there is no option, so 5 marks only. Okay, every question is compulsory there, no options is there in question number 1a. Now see students, of question number 1b, 5 questions of 1 mark, no fill in the blanks question. You see, in this students, question number 1b, there is no fill in the blank. There are such types of questions such as find odd man out, true or false, or name the following. Such type of questions are asked here. So there also, 5 questions are there, 1 for each, 1 marks for each. So marks is full, and marks with option, no option is there, so 5. Question number 2a. See students, in question number 2a, there are 3 scientific reason questions. You know, give scientific reason. You have such type of questions, right? So there are 3 given of 2 marks each, and you have to attempt 2. They give 3 questions to you, and you have to attempt only 2 questions. Minimum 1 question is from chemistry and 1 is from physics. See, in this students, in give scientific type questions, minimum 1 questions is of chemistry will come, and 1 is of physics will come, and you have an option here. You have given 3 questions, and you have to attempt any 2. See, if when 1 question consists of 2 marks, so how much marks will be there? 4 marks, right? Because you have to attempt only 2. And with options, how much marks it is there? 6 marks. Because 3 questions are given, and out of that 2 you have to write. After that, students will come to question number 2b. Now, in question number 2b, 5 questions of 2 marks each will be given, and you have to attempt only 3. See, 5 questions will be given, and you have to attempt 3. So how much marks it will become? 6 marks. Now in this question, student, minimum 2 questions will be come from chemistry, and 2 will come from physics. And as 5 questions are given, so marks with option will be 10, because each question consists of 2 marks. Then we'll come to question number 3, students. See, in question number 3, what it is? 8 questions are given. Now see student, 8 questions are there, and each question consists of 3 marks. And how much you have to attempt, students? You have to attempt any 5 out of this 8. When you will attempt 5 questions, each of 3 marks, so how much marks this will become? 15. Now see student, this 8 question which is given for you in question number 3, in that 4 questions will come from chemistry and 4 will come from physics. As 8 questions are there, each consists of 3 marks, so marks with option will be 24. I hope this you are getting it, you are understanding it. See question number 4. In question number 4, students, 2 questions of 5 marks each will be given, and you have to attempt only 1. See, 2 questions will be given, of each will be of 5 marks, and you have to attempt only 1. In this 2 questions, students, 1 will be from chemistry and 1 will be from physics. So the marks allotted to question number 4 is 5, and with option it is 10. So this way, students, the total marks which you will write down without option will be of 40 marks. So 40 marks your paper is planned without option, and with option 60 marks papers comes. Okay, so this is what question paper pattern. This is how your paper will become in this pattern. Now we are going to see question, see chapter wise weightage. The chapter which is there in science 1. Which are the chapters? gravitation, periodic classification of element, chemical reactions and equations, effect of electric current, heat, refractions of light, lenses, metallurgy, carbon compound, and space mission. These 10 chapters we are having in Science 1, right? So student, how the marks is distributed chapter wise? See, for gravitation, 3 marks question definitely will come, and with option 5 marks question will come. In second chapter, periodic classification of element, 4 marks will come and 6 marks with option will come definitely. Of chemical reactions and equation, 4 marks and with option 6 marks. For chapter number 4, effect of electric current, 5 marks questions will come and with option 7 marks question will come. Of chapter number 5, heat, 3 marks question will come and marks with option will be 5. If you are not writing it, just take a screenshot of this. This will be helpful for you when you are doing your self studies. Now see, refraction of light, 5 question marks will come and with option 7 marks question will come. Okay. In lenses, students, 4 marks and with option 6. In metallurgy, students, the question will come of 4 marks, sure, and marks with option will be 6. Now in carbon compound, marks 5 marks question will come and with option 7 marks question will come. And last of that, space mission. So from space mission, 3 marks question will come and with option 5 marks question will come. This is how, see, same as that of paper pattern. Here the marks are distributed according to the chapter wise. So 40 marks paper will come and with option 60 marks. Okay, so this is how the chapters are divided, and then the chapter wise weightage is there, so you can take a screenshot or write it down in your notebook, so it will be helpful for you. Now we're going to the main point now, analysis of the paper number 3 which we have written today, right? So what are the, how to write that paper, which points should be considered, and what to write in each and every answers I'll show you. Okay, now see, question number 1A. What is question number 1A given, student? Choose the correct alternatives. Yes, see, so choose the correct alternatives. There will be 5 questions and it consists of 5 marks. See, can you see that in on right hand side 5 is written? So that is the marks given to this question number 1A. Now what is the first point? We are going to see this. The number of electrons in the outermost shell of alkali metal is dash. That is fill in the blanks. You have to fill in this blank, that the number of electrons in the outermost shell of alkali metals. How much electrons are there, students, in the alkali metals in its outermost shell? We all see options are given: A1, B2, C3, and D7. So we all know that alkali metal in its outermost shell consists of only 1 electrons, right? So, because it is sharing. So the answer will be A, option A, 1. So see, students, when you will write answer on your paper, how you will write? Question number 1A, then number 1, and then the answer will be just A. You are not supposed to write 1 in your paper. Just write the number. Okay, A. Question number 1, A. Then of question 1 and answer is A. This much you have to write. Now we are going to see the second question. See, students, second question is what? Copper sulfate, CuSO4, aqueous plus zinc, Zn. Give us ZnSO4, that is zinc sulfate plus copper, is dash reaction. Which is this reaction? You have to show. Now see, in this chemical reaction, can you see sulfate from copper, CuSO4. So SO4 is displaced from copper to zinc, right? So only one sulfate is displaced, not the other one is displaced. So here only one single displacement is there. So which reaction it will be, student? It will be displacement reaction. If there will be double displacement there, then this will be a double displacement reaction, right? So answer will be here A, that is displacement reaction. CuSO4, that is copper sulfate plus zinc, give us zinc sulfate plus copper. So this is nothing but a displacement reaction. The second MCQs, you have understood what is the answer and how to evaluate it, how to get to the answer, right? Now see students, next we are going to see question now third MCQs. When dash is passed through the lime water, it becomes milky. See, this we have learned in standard 7th also, 8th also, 9th also, and in 10th also this one point is came again. Which gas is passed to students through lime water, so it will become milky? We have conducted this experiment in a science laboratory also, see. So, which is that? It is nothing but carbon dioxide, CO2. When CO2 gas, student, it is passed through lime water, it will turn milky, it will become milky. See, when 4 options are given now, so there are all answers are very, you see it is very close to the answer. Might be this one is correct, that one is correct, but don't get confused in it. Be stick to the statement first and then stick to your answer. Okay, now see what are the options given here? H2, CO2, CO, and SO2. So many students get confused by either it will be CO or CO2, right? So no, we know that is when carbon dioxide, di means 2. So and CO is carbon monoxide. So answer will be carbon dioxide. That will be B, CO2. When it is passed through the lime water, it becomes milky. Now let's go to the next point. Number 4. The unit of measuring heat is dash. What is the unit of measuring heat? In which unit we calculate it? Either it is calories, joule, meter, or watt. Watt is for power, you know. Meter is for distance. Joule, right? So joule is the unit in which students heat is calculated. Okay, calories we calculate it as an energy. Okay, now see students, joule is a unit of measuring heat. Okay, so whenever it is asked the unit of measuring heat is dash, so it will be joule. Here the option will be B, joule. See fifth, an image of an object at an infinite distance obtained through a convex magnifying glass is dashed. See student, in your question paper, there is one correction in this question. See, A is inverted and real, B is inverted and virtual, and C and D also same option is copied. So C option will be erect and real, and D option will be erect and virtual. These 2 corrections you have to do in your question paper, student. So because by mistake, I guess A and B options are repeated as C and D. So just make a correction, C as erect and real and D as erect and virtual. See student, always we have seen whenever an image of an object at if it is an infinite distance and it is obtained through a convex magnifying glass, what we get? We get an inverted and real image, right? So answer is A, inverted and real. Now we are going to see question number 1B. What is question number 1B, students? Solve the following question. Consists of 5 marks. I have already told you which type of questions come here. Either true or false will come, identify odd terms will come, name the following will come. Okay, this type of questions comes here. Now see, number first is following you have to tell is the following statement is true or false. Now what is this? Number first is the value of G at the center of the earth is 0. Now see, when we go to center of the earth, the gravitation becomes 0. Is it true or false? So answer is what? It is true. Why it is true? See, since from Newton's law, we know F equals to mg, Newton's second law. Now, F equals to mass into acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but gravitation, right? acceleration due to gravity. So when mass m of an object can never be zero, we know mass can never be zero, right? Therefore, if mass is not zero, then F should be equals to zero. And when F will be zero, when G will become zero. So for that reason, student, the value of G is zero at the center of Earth. At the center of Earth, whenever we go there, gravitations become zero. We also know when we go inside the surface of the Earth, the value of G get decreases. Okay. Hence, decreases. So at the center, the value of G is zero. Second question, write the name of the product obtained from the decomposition of sugar. Now see, when we do a thermal decomposition of sugar, student, which are the product which we obtain? So the product formed in the thermal decomposition of sugar are carbon and water. Whenever we do the thermal decomposition of sugar, student, what we obtain? We obtain carbon and water. What is third one? Identify odd term. Now see here, they have given fused wire, bad conductor, rubber gloves, and generator. Now see student, how you will do, how you see which is the odd one? Because see students, fused wire, bad conductor, rubber gloves, these all are either a good conductor or a bad conductor of heat and electricity. But generators are what? They are generating electricity. They are not the substances which are good conductor or bad conductor. So what is the odd man out? Generator. Generators stand out of the rest because fuse wire, bad conductors, and rubber gloves, these all are the material which are bad conductor and good conductor of heat and electricity. But generator is what? It is generating electricity. So this one will be odd term out. So answer will be generator. Now fourth one, what is meant by low Earth orbit? See, can you see a picture here, orbit of different satellites, student? See what is there, consists of 3 orbits, right? The orbit which is close to the Earth, that is LEO, that is low Earth orbit. Above that, there is MEO, that is medium Earth orbit. And the upper one is what? GEO. Okay. Now see students, what is the question asked here? What is mean by low Earth orbit? Now see, low Earth orbit is also termed as LEO, is, as the name suggests, an orbit that is relatively close to the Earth's surface. See, this orbit is close to students, it is close to the Earth's surface. It is normally at an altitude of less than 1000 kilometers, but could be as low as 160 kilometers above Earth. What is the range of this orbit, student? It is normally at the altitude of less than 1000 kilometers to 160 kilometers above the Earth, which is low compared to other orbits such as MEO and GEO, but still very far from the Earth's surface. As this orbit, you see that it is, yeah, it is very close to it. It is from 160 kilometers to 1000 kilometers above Earth's surface. So it is LEO, but still it is very far from the Earth's surface. Above LEO, there is MEO. So this is a very short 1 mark answer. So you have to write it down just a statement or just in a few lines, because it consists of only 1 mark. So in a short, you have to write it down. Now see, here they have asked you to draw the electron dot structure of ethane. See, can you see the middle one? That dot structure. This is a electron dot structure of ethane molecule. See, this is structure of ethane molecules. See, all three I have compared you here. When it is told you to write just a structure of ethane molecule, you can draw the first one. When it is asks you to draw the electron dot structure of ethane molecule, so the middle one which is shown, that you have to draw. And when it is asked you have to draw the structural formula of ethane. So you can draw this one also, last one also, and the first one also, both. But whenever it is asked to draw electron dot structure, so always we have to draw the middle one, which is short. Okay, because we had no see sorry, so whenever it is asked electron dot structures, you can draw this one, middle one. Now let's go to question number 2a. Give scientific reason. Here students, 3 scientific reasons is given to you. You have to attempt any 2, and it is consist of how much marks, students? It is consist of 4 marks. What is the first question? See students, it is given. Number first is, the third shell has only 8 elements, even though it is having a shell capacity of 18. Now see student, you have to give a scientific reason that why the third shell has only 8 elements, even it has a capacity of 18. Now see student, what is the answer to it? The third period contains only 8 elements, even though the electron capacity of the third shell is 18. See students, in third period, student, why the element consists of only 8 well, as its capacity is 18, so why it consists of only 8? Why this element consists of only 8 electron in its outer shell as it is a capacity of? This is because when the other shell get filled and the resulted number of electrons become 18, it get added up and settled in the third electron shell, and 3 shells are acquired by the fourth period. So this is the answer, students. See that why in the third period contains only 8 electrons, even though the electron capacity of third shell is 18. This is because, why students? Because when the other shell get filled and the resultant numbers of electron will become 18. Yeah, when other shell will be filled, what it will become? It will become 18. It gets added up and settled into the third electron shell, and these third shells are acquired by the fourth period, so it will get to the fourth because it will get added up. So for that reason, students, only 8 electrons are there as it is having a capacity of 18. Now what is the second question? In electrical equipment producing heat, example iron, electric heater, boiler, toaster, etc., an alloy such as nichrome is used, not a pure metal. See students, this question many times it is asked, and it is very important. So in electrical equipment, example student, iron you are using at home, electric heater, boiler, toaster, in that why nichrome is used, not pure metals are used? Now see, resistivity of alloy like nichrome is more than pure metals, so they will get heated easily on the passage of small amount of current. So in the electric equipments such as heat producing equipment such as iron, electric heaters, boiler, toaster, etc., an alloy of nichrome is used, not pure metal. See student, nichrome is what? It is an alloy which having a more resistivity than pure metals. As it is having more resistivity than pure metal, so it will get heated up with a very small amount of current, while that of pure metal, student, more amount of current will require. As more amount of current will require, so there will be the wastage of current. So for that reason, student, nichrome is used because its resistivity is more than that of the pure metals. This is a very important question. Many times it is asked. Now, number third, carbon has the property of forming innumerable compounds. See, this is also very interesting one. Why carbon has the property of forming innumerable compounds? See, carbon is tetravalent. We know valency is how much? 4. So, carbon is tetravalent. Thus, It can form 4 covalent bonds with carbon or other elements like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens, and phosphorus. One more characteristic of carbon is, which is responsible for large number of carbon compound, is isomerism. Hence, carbon has the property of forming many compounds. Since it has a tetravalent, it can form a covalent bond with numbers of numbers of elements like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogens. This is the one characteristic. Second is the isomerism. Hence, carbon is what? It is has the property of forming innumerable compounds. So these are the 3 questions which was asked today in your paper, in your today's paper, and you have to attempt only 2. So out of this 3, you can attempt 2, and this answer you can write it down. Now, see students, next one, question number 1B. Here, students, any 3 you have to write. Each consists of 2 marks, and this question number 2 consists of 6 marks. Now, what was number 1? If the mass of the planet is 8 times the mass of the Earth, and the radius is 2 times the radius of the Earth, then what is the escape velocity of that planet? See, here we have considered one planet which has 8 times the mass of the Earth. Means its mass is 8 times than that of the Earth, and its radius is twice the radius of Earth. So of that planet, what will be the escape velocity which we have to calculate? Now see student, here let mass and radius of the Earth be capital M and capital R. What we consider mass and radius of Earth as capital M and capital R. Then mass and radius of the planet, that planet will be MP, will be 8 times of M, and radius of that planet considers of RP, that will be 2R. Right, students? Can you see here? MP equals to 8M and RP equals to 2R. Therefore, escape velocity of the planet will be V dash E of that planet. So we know escape velocity formula is under root of 2gm upon R. So for that planet will be under root of 2gmp upon RP. Now we all know MP is what? 8M and R is what? 2R. Hence, students, we have substitute that value here. Now 2 will get cancelled. Right, so it will become 2 under root of 2gm upon R. Now under root of 2gm upon R is what? It is escape velocity of Earth now. So escape velocity of that planet is twice the escape velocity of Earth. See, VE is what when Earth velocity, escape velocity is under root of 2gm upon R. When we substitute all the value, so what we get? 11.18 kilometer per second, right? Because see students, G, capital G value is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11, while mass of the Earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 multiplied by 2 divided by radius of the Earth is 64 into 10 raised to 5. When we will evaluate it, when we will calculate it, what answer will get? 11.2. Now escape velocity of that planet is equals to twice into escape velocity of Earth. What is escape velocity of Earth? It is 11.18. So 2 into 11.18 equals to 22.36 kilometer per second. That is will be the escape velocity of that planet. This is a very simple calculation. Just remember the formula of escape velocity. Whatever given in the question, just understand that and you will get the answer. I hope you all have understood this much. No query here. Now we are going to see the next question, students. See, what is the next question? If the refractive index of water is 1.36, then what is the speed of light in water? See student, if the refractive index of water is 1.36, you have to calculate speed of light in water. Now see, V1 that we all know equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Refractive index they have given n equals to, see v1 is what? This is a speed of light, right? So this is already given. You have to learn it that always speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now refractive index of water, it is given 1.6, that is n equals to 1.6. Now we all know what is the formula. N equals to v1 upon v2. V1 is, sorry, N is 1.36 equals to V1 is 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by V2. So V2 will become 3 into 10 raised to 8 upon 1.6. What answer will get, students? We'll get 2.21 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Very short numerical, then consists of 2 marks. See, so simple it is. Only one formula you have to remember, N equals to V1 upon V2. And V1 value you have to remember, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, and you will get the answer that V2 is equal to 2.21 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is the third question, students, given? See, name the following. This question was asked in the previous question paper also, right? You're in your paper number 2. Reagent that dissolve noble metals. What is that reagent that dissolves noble metal? That is named as aqua regia. Okay, aqua regia is a reagent that dissolves noble metals. Now you have to name the following, that is alloy of sodium with mercury. What is the alloy of sodium with mercury? So that is known as sodium amalgam. The alloy is named as sodium amalgam, commonly denoted as NaHg. Na stands for sodium and for mercury Hg. It is an alloy of mercury and sodium. That is named as sodium amalgam. Now see, write the following IUPAC name of hydrocarbons. See, student, A is CH2 double bond CH2. See, whenever there is single bond, it is CH3 single bond CH3. That is ethane. But here double bond is given. So it is what, student? It is ethene. And in below, triple bond is given. So CH triple bond CH. So triple bond is there. So it is nothing but ethyl. Okay. 2 carbon atoms are there. So ethyl. And when double bond is there, 2 carbon atom, that is ethene. When 2 carbon atoms and single bond, that is ethane. Always remember. Double bond, ethene, and triple bond, ethyl. So students, this is what question number 4 was there. Now 5th one. Why it is beneficial to use satellite launch vehicle made up of more than one stages? It is very nice because students are very interested of learning how the rockets are launched and everything, right? They love to understand how this rocket get launched, and this is what we have learned in Newton's third law of motion. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So see students, but this is a different type of question. Here they have asked you the beneficial of using satellite launch vehicle in India. PSLV, DSLVs are used. So why more stages launch vehicles are used? What are the beneficials of that? That is asked. So what is the beneficial, students? What are the beneficials? What are the merits to use? See, the major portion of the weights in the satellite launch vehicle is contributed by fuel. See, whenever we are launching some satellite in a launching vehicle, so major weight is what? Major portion of weight is what? It is nothing but it is of fuel. To overcome this problem of launch vehicles carrying heavy load during its entire journey, it is provided with more one stages. Now see, is it it will be helpful for, see, if it is consist of only one stage, that whole fuel he has to carry from one till when the satellite is launched. So for that purpose, to overcome this problem, student, the load become very heavy, and for that purpose this is multiple stage is used. Because to this, the weight of that vehicle can be reduced step by step after its launching. Now see, as the fuel of the first stage is emptied, that will be get detached, its weight will get decreased. It has its weight will get of the launcher will get decreased, speed will also speed purpose also, and to reduce using this multiple stages launcher vehicle. Okay, students. Now see, many times student, I have just taken this answer because many times it is asked that how these satellite launch vehicles are used, right? So what, how these multiple stages take place, this also questions come. So just for a quick review, I will just read this, but for your questions answers only this much. Okay, this is for the extra information I just want to give you. That's the earlier satellite launch vehicles, SLV, used to be of a single stage vehicle. Such SLV used to be very heavy as well as expensive in terms of its fuel consumption, right? So as it was only one stage, so it was very heavy and it was very expensive also as the fuel consumption was there. So as a result, SLVs with multiple stages were developed, right? SLVs with multiple stages were developed. Now see what are the importance, why how these multiple stages is very good for the launcher vehicles, that we will see. Students whose mic, okay. Now, in multiple stage SLVs, that is satellite launch vehicle, as the journey of the launch vehicles progresses and the vehicle achieves a specific velocity and a certain height, the fuel of the first stage is exhausted and the empty fuel tanks get detached from the main body of the launch vehicle and falls back into the sea or an unpopulated land. See students, at if their fuels get exhausted, that fuel tank get detached from the main body and it can be dumped into a sea or on an unpopulated land. As the fuel in the first is exhausted, the engineer, sorry, the engine in the second stage is ignited. However, the weight of the launch vehicle is now less than what is was earlier, and hence it can move with a higher velocity. Thus, it saves fuel consumption. Hence, it is beneficial to use a multiple stage satellite launch vehicle. See, when it asks to write in detail, so this is the answer in detail, that how this sector, how this multiple stage satellite launch vehicles are used, how the working takes place when first stage fuel is finished up, that tank get detached and it is get dumped into a sea or an unpopulated region due to the weight of that launcher vehicle get less and the speed get increases, and as of one stage is done, then second stage is ignited and the height and the velocity also increases. So this is all are the beneficial to use multiple stage satellite launch vehicle. So this is the answer in detail. You can write it down. I hope you all have understood now this. Now we are going to see the next question. That is question number 3A. Solve the following question. You see in question number 3, students, you have to solve any 8 questions are given. Out of that, you have to attempt any 5. Each question consists of how much marks, students? 3 marks. Okay. Now see, number first, the figure shows the elliptical orbit of the planet orbiting the sun. The position of the sun is denoted by S. AB and CD are the distances covered by the planet in equal time. the straight line ASCS cover the same area over a period of time, that is ASB and CSD are equal areas. Now see students, what in this question, this figure is given to you. We all know this question is from chapter number 1, gravitation, right? So this is given and all the detail about this figure is given. What are the details they have given, student? That here is a S is a sun and elliptical orbits are there, planets are revolving in an elliptical orbits. So we all know this, sorry. And position of the sun they have given AB and CD. These are the distances, and they also show that ASD and CSD, these are the equal areas. The both areas are equal. Now they want to ask some question to you. Which law do you understand from the above description? Which are the law, students? Kepler's first, second, and third law. Kepler's law we understood, right? Write the law regarding area of swept. What is that area of swept, students? Which law is that? That is Kepler's second law. We all know that. And what Kepler's second law states, that a planet moves, sorry. Then see student, write the what is Kepler's second law states. Kepler's second law states that a planet moves in its ellipse so that the line between it and the sun space at the foci at the focus sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. This is the second statement, right? That the areas whichever, if we'll take ASB or CSD, the area swept will be equal. Why, students? See, many times these questions come into your mind, and this in my state level lectures also I have explained you that you will tell me as it is ellipse, and why, how this area will be same in the same time, how it will, because see student, when a planet pass, when it is near to the sun, its speed get increases, and when it goes far, so its speed get decreases. So for that purpose, students, the area swept will be equal, right? So that is nothing but Kepler's second law. Now see, write the rule T square directly proportional to R cube in your own words. How you will write that? That is Kepler's third law, right? So you can write it down as I have written or in your own words also, but that statement should be correct. Now what that is Kepler's third law of planetary motion. This is a Kepler's third law of planetary motion. The square of the sidereal periods, that is P, of the planet are directly proportional to the cube of their main distance, that is small d but it's small r, from the sun. What is this, student? The square of the period is directly proportional to the cube of the main distance from the sun. This is a Kepler's third law of planetary motion. So this is, see, 3 lines are there, 3 questions are there, such a small questions are there, and it consists of 3 marks. So as your study will be full, your revision will be nice, so you can answer it very well. See, number 2nd, write the answer to the following question based on the aluminium extraction. See, in aluminium extraction, we have some questions are asked and you have to write it down. Write the name of the substances used to reduce the solubility of aluminium. You have to write down the name of the substances which are used to reduce the solubility of aluminium. What are that substances? That is cryolite and phosphor. These are the substances which are reduced for the solubility of aluminium. Name the method of synthesis of bauxites. Which is the method of synthesis of bauxite? That is Bayer's method or Hall's method. Any one you can write. That is the method to synthesize of bauxite. Okay. Now students, write the name of the soil impurity in alumina. In alumina, students, what is the soil impurity? You have to write it down. So student, silica, ferric oxide and titanium oxide, these are the impurities in an alumina. So student, these all are the question number 2. 3 questions, very simple, single line it is asked, and you have to write it down. Consists of 3 marks. Second one. Okay, now you go to see third one. Identify from the following reaction. See students, in this also, in your question paper, correction is there. So from this reaction, you have what you have to identify from the following reaction, the reactants that undergo oxidation and reduction. Some printing mistake is there in your question paper, so kindly correct that. This question, that identify from the following reaction the reactants that undergo oxidation and reduction. So see, number 1A is Fe plus S give FeS. Here Fe is oxidized from O2 plus, from 0 to +2, while S is reduced from 0 to -2. So see, Fe has got oxidation while S has got reduction. Now 2AgO gives 4Ag plus O2. So Ag is reduced from +1 to 0 and oxygen is oxidized from -2 to O. 2Mg plus O2 gives 2MgO. Here Mg is oxidized from 0 to +2, right? And O is reduced from O to -2. So here how oxidation and reduction takes place in these 3 reactions, student? Simple, very simple. That only you have to write. A simple statement, single line, and you'll get a 3 marks. Now see, can you see a picture at the top on the right hand side, student? This is the figure they have given you. Write the answer to the following question by observing this figure below. Below they have written in the question paper. I have just kept this figure on the right hand side. Now see, at number first, what is the first one? Identify the machine shown in the accompanying figure. What is this machine shown? It is nothing but it is DC generator. We all know, right? Write a use of this machine. What is the use of this machine? This, see students, many times students are writing that in uses they are writing that it converts mechanical energy into direct current, electricity, mechanical energy into electric energy. But student, here they have asked you to write the uses of this machine. So you have to write the use of this machine. See, some they are used in DC motors, which speed control, wherever speed control is necessary, right? Wherever speed control is necessary, there in DC motors, this DC generators are used. They are used as portable generators where low power supply is required. Wherever the low power supply is required, there also it is used. They are used in motorcycles as dynamos, right? In toys, such as in remote control cars. In remote control cars, see students, the children are playing, there also it is used. And in appliances such as electric shavers. See, electric shavers which your dad or your elder brother is using at home, see, in this also it is used. So these are the uses of this DC generator. Okay, student. So whenever uses are asked, you have to write uses only. Okay. Now see, what is the third question? Write how energy is transferred to this device. How this energy is transferred. We all know a DC generator is the type of electrical generator that converts mechanical energy into a direct current electric energy, right? It converts mechanical energy into electric energy. Here, energy conversion is based on the principle of dynamically induced EMF production. DC generator supplies continuous power to electric storage, instruments, and power grid, that is DC. See student, this all points is very well explained by you very well explained to you. Here in this analysis, what we are seeing how to write down point to point answer. Okay, how to write it down. So these are the point to point answer. You have to write it down and you will get a full marks if you will write in a such way. Now see, what is the fifth question? See, fifth question, what they have asked. Fifth question is write the answer to the following questions by observing the figure below. See students, in your question paper, this figure is not labeled because see, in question number 5C, here they have asked you to redraw. Hence, for that reason, what I have done, I have drawn this diagram with neat labeled. Okay. So, but in question paper, students, it is not labeled. Okay. So, hence they have asked number 1, identify and rewrite natural phenomena shown in the figure. It was without label. So, it is nothing but a rainbow formation. Rainbow formation. We all know this circle is a raindrop, right? How a light ray, white light ray comes, first reflection take place, then dispersion, then total internal reflection take place, again refraction takes place, and this rainbow we can see with our naked eyes, right? So this is what a natural phenomena, that is rainbow formation. Now B, list the phenomena which are observed in this process. In this process, students, which are the phenomena which just take place, students? Refraction. See here in the B, first refraction is there, right? Can you see here refraction? Because light is entering from rare medium to denser medium. Then after that, dispersion takes place here. Can you see dispersion? Dispersion when a colorful light emerging from a single light. So this is dispersion. Then total internal refraction. Here, can you see a total internal refraction? Again, dispersion, refraction takes place, and we can see the rainbow here, right? So whenever it is asked what are the natural processes, in this rainbow formation, what are the phenomena which are take place? So we'll write as a refraction, dispersion, and total internal reflection. What is the third one? Redraw the diagram and show the above phenomena in it. Now, whatever refraction, dispersion, total internal reflection which we have shown, you have to show it in this diagram, and they have told us to redraw. So this is how you will draw this diagram. You have to draw it very nicely, label it very correctly. Here you will write sun, then white light from the sun, then everything, reflection, diffraction, dispersion, total internal reflection, then eye, how the colors comes out. You have to nicely in a circle, you have to draw as a raindrop. Okay, so this you have to draw it. I hope you all have understood this question now. We'll go to the next question, student. Question number 6 now. Read the following passage and draw the neat label diagram of the process given in the passage. Now see, this photograph is the answer, student. Okay, you have to read down this and you have to draw it. Finely ground metal is thrown into the tank. The tank has a drain at the top and a hose at the bottom. The water flows down the bottom of the tank very fast. Since the soil impurities are light, they are carried away by the flow of water from the upper reaches of the tank and are separated. Also, heavy metal particles are collected in the bottom of the tank from the bottom. So this is a phenomena of hydraulic separation, right? So just you have to draw the diagram of hydraulic separation. This is how, when you will understand the concept, then only you can get, otherwise you will draw some other separations, right? So this is a passage regarding to hydraulic separations, and that diagram you have to draw here of hydraulic separations. The tanks are given, powdered ore from the above it is given, then see the gangs are there, ore suspensions are there, concentration ore it is get from the bottom due to the high speed of the water, right? So this is how hydraulic separations take place. Now next question was about what is an artificial satellite? How to classify satellite according to their function. Now this is from the last chapter, right? Space mission. Now what is artificial satellite, student? A man-made object that revolves around the Earth or any other planet in a fixed orbit is called an artificial satellite. Any man-made object which revolves around the Earth or any planet in a fixed orbit, that is known as what, student? Artificial satellite. This is the answer of the first question. Now how to classify satellite according to their function? This you will write on the next point. Okay, make point to point, write down answer point to point. So whenever examiner checks your paper, so it is very neatly he can understand what you have written and you can easily elaborate your answer. If you will write in a one paragraph, so the presentation doesn't look good, right? So in second point, what you will write? Answer of the second question. See, satellite can be classified by their functions since they are launched into space to do a specific job, right? How they are classified? They are classified according to their functions. What functions? We'll see. There are 9 different types of satellite, right? That is communication satellite, remote sensing satellite, navigation satellite, LEO, MEO, HEO, GSP, CEO, drone satellites, ground satellite, polar satellite. So depends on the job for what they have launched, for communication purpose, for telecasting purpose, for weather purpose, for navigation purpose. What is the specific job for the satellite is launched, or depending on that function, student, that satellite is classified. Okay, I hope you all have understood this. Now we are going to see the next 8th question. A metal's electronic configuration is 281 and B metal electronic configuration is 2882. Then which metal is more active? Write the reaction of metal A with HCl. Okay, very simple and very easy. Now see metal A. What is the electronic configuration they have given? That is 281. 2 plus 8 plus 1, that is 11. We know that metal is nothing but a sodium, right? So Na. So first metal is Na, that is sodium. Now we'll see metal B with electronic configuration of 2882. Now 2 plus 8 plus 8 plus 2. How it what is the total calculation, student? 8 becomes 16. 20. 2 and 2 becomes 4. So 16 and 4 becomes 20. So what is that? It is nothing but a calcium. That is Ca. So metal B is what? Calcium, Ca. See, metal A is more reactive than B as it has to lose only one electron from the outermost shell, while metal B has to lose 2 electrons to achieve a stable electronic configuration. So see, as sodium has only one electron in the outermost shell, while calcium has 2 electrons. So what will be the more reactive? Sodium will be more reactive. Why? Because he has to share only one electron to get a stable electronic configuration, while calcium has 2 electrons for that purpose. Now see, sodium metal reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Now see, sodium metal reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce what, students? Salt and hydrogen gas. See, sodium metal reacts with hydrochloric acid which produce hydrogen gas and sodium chloride. That is 2Na plus 2HCl. 2 sodium plus 2 hydrochloric acid aqueous solution will give us 2 NaCl, that is sodium chloride, plus H2 gaseous, means hydrogen gas is released. The reactants are sodium metals and hydrochloric acid. Okay, student? This is what question A is given. Now see student, sometimes question 3B is given or this question number 4 is given. Okay. See here, solve the following questions, any one, and it is consist of 5 marks. As it is consist of 5 marks, so you all know that it will be a big question, right? Now see student, what is this big question consist of? If heat is exchanged between a hot and a cold object, the temperature of cold object goes on increasing due to gain of energy, and the temperature of the hot object goes on decreasing due to loss of energy. The change in temperature continues till the temperature of both the object attains the same value. In this process, the cold object gains heat energy and the hot object loses heat energy. If the system of both the object is isolated from the environment by keeping it inside a heat resistance box, there no energy can flow from inside the box or come into the box. This is the passage they have given. You have to read down this passage. You have to understand this passage, and after understanding, you have to write the questions which are given related to this. What is the first question they have asked? Heat transfers from where to where? Where to where, students? We all know that heat is transferred from hot object to cold object, right? Which principle do we learn from this process? How will you state the principle briefly? These all answers you have to see. Number first, heat is transferred from where to where? See, heat is transferred from hot object to cold object. Obviously, which principle do we learn from this process? Heat is transferred from an object at higher temperature to an object at lower temperature. Always students, energy, heat energy or electric energy or any energy, whenever its transfers come, it transforms from higher to lower. You just remember it. So this is the principle which we understood, that is always heat is transferred from an object at higher temperature to the object at lower temperature. Now see, what is the third question? How will you state the principle briefly? In briefly, you have to explain this. If a system of two objects is isolated from the surrounding, yeah, it is isolated. In the last two lines, they have said heat energy lost by the hot object is equal to heat energy gained by the cold object. This is the principle, right? What? That if the system is isolated from the surrounding, then heat energy lost by the hot object is equal to heat energy gained by the cold object. Now, which property of the substance is measured using this principle? The principle is used to measure the specific heat capacity of the substance. Okay, which property of the substance is measured? Due to this, which property is measured? Specific heat capacity of an substance is measured due to this principle. Okay, students? So when you will write this point to point every answer, so see students, here it is 5 marks now. So question number 1 will be of 1 mark, 2 will be of 1 mark, 3 is briefly, so it will consist of 2 marks, and question number 4 will be 1 mark. This is how you will get a 5 marks in this question. Now next, see, the figure showing defect in the human eye in the given is given below. Study it and write the answer to the following question. Now see student, they have shown a diagram which is unlabeled. See here I have labeled it. Just forgot the labelings and just concentrate on the diagram. Okay, here they have shown this diagram and they have asked some questions to you. See here what it is shown. See that object is at some distance and the image is formed on the retina. Now see here, an object is at infinite distance, and the image is formed, uh, and the image is formed here in front of retina. Okay, not on the retina. But the what third object here, one concave lens is used, and after using this concave lens, when object is when image is coming from, sorry, when object is kept at infinite distance, it image is now exactly formed on the retina. Okay, here in front of retina, see, this is the defect. So you have to examine here, this is the defect, see here, because here in front of retina the image is formed, because always image is formed on the retina of an eye. When it is on the close, when it is near, so image is correctly forming on the retina, but when it is at infinite distance, image is formed here, right, in front of the retina, not on the retina. But when we use a concave lens, now it is formed on the retina. So this is unlabeled diagram. First it was shown. So this is your, they have given you, and they have asked some questions. So what, name the defect shown in the figure. Here students, they have asked you to show the defects. What is the defect is there in this diagram? So what is the defect? It is nearsightedness or myopia. In myopia, the object which is kept close can be seen clearly, but when it is from far away, we can't see it clearly. So this defect is nearsightedness or myopia. Give two possible reasons for this defect of eye in human being. Why? What are the two possible reasons? Number first, the curvature of the cornea and the eye lens increases. The curvature of the cornea and that of eye lenses increases. For that reason, the muscles near the lens cannot relax. The muscles which are near to the lens, they cannot relax, so that the converging power of the lens remains large. Okay. What is the second? The eyeball elongates so that the distance between the lens and the retina increases. Now, what is the second point, students? The eyeballs, which are eyeballs, a person who is suffering from myopia, its eyeball get elongates, so that students, the distance between the lens and the retina increases. The retina and the lens get distance will get increased, and for that purpose, students, myopia takes place. Which lens can be used to remove these defects? Which lens is used, students? Concave lens is used to remove these defects. Now see, draw a labeled diagram to show how the defect is rectified by using the lens. You have to what? You have to draw a labeled diagram to show how it is rectified, how you can rectify this by using this concave lens. See, in question, students, only the above two diagram was shown, not this third one was shown. Okay, so you will draw all the three diagrams. Number C, far point of myopic eye. Then second, myopic eye, what is the defect in second you will see, and correction of myopia, how corrections by placing a concave lens, these corrections you have to draw. So just not you have to draw the last one, all the three you have to draw, then only you can get the full point. So it consists of 5 marks. Okay, see, question number 1, 2, 3 will consist of 1 marks, and this question number 4 will consist of 2 marks. This is how you will get a 5 marks. I hope this was our last question. You all have understood how to write, which point should be considered while writing the paper. Well, point to point I have explained you, but students, for your upcoming papers, there are some important questions which I want to deliver to you, which will be helpful for you for the upcoming exams. See, students, very quickly I'll see you, so you can take a screenshot also because for noting it down, it will get a very much time it will require. So it better you will get a screenshot of this. See few important topics for the science one. See page number 3, Kepler's 3 laws are important and question based on figure 1.4. Okay, then page number 4 and 5, gravitational force between two objects, Newton's inverse square law. This question number 4 and 5. On question number 6, low tide and high tide. On page number 8, derivation of gravitational force, factors on which value of G depends. Page number 11, free fall. These all are from chapter number 1. This is important one. Now, periodic table, full chapter is important. Full chapter, anything can come from this. Okay. Then after that, page number 37, question based on figure 3.6. Page number 40, factors affecting the rate of chemical reactions. Page number 43, redox reaction. Redox reaction, many times it is asked. Page number 44, question based on figure 3.7. Page number 45, question number 5. Page number 48, derivation of heat produced. Page number 50, question based on figure 4.4. Now next, magnetic effect of electric current. Page number 51. In page number 53, right hand thumb rule. Page number 54, solenoid. Page number 55 and 56, Fleming left hand rule. Very important. Electric motors. Page number 58, Faraday's law of induction. Fleming's right hand rule. Then page number 59, AC and DC current. Page number 60, electric generator. Page number 64 to 68, regulation, anomalous behavior of water, dew point, humidity, specific heat capacity, figure 5.8, figure 5.9 table. Then page number 74, questions on figure 6.1 and 6.2. Figure 70, page number 76, 78, twinkling of stars, dispersion of light, figure 6.8, rainbow formation. See, today only this question has came. Then questions on figure 6.9. Then page number 81, all the definition which are on the page number 81. Page number 83, all ray diagrams, table also important, and sign conventions. Okay, this you have to, it's very important. Then page number 86, human eye structure. Page number 88, defects of vision. Page number 90 and 91, uses of convex lens, persistence of vision. See student, on defects of on human eye, on defects of vision, on uses of convex lens, always the question comes. Okay, so learn it by heart. Just understand the concept. Page number 94 to 98, chemical properties of metals and non-metals, that are very important. Physical property, I guess it is eliminated, right, in this year. So chemical properties are very important. Don't learn physical properties. Page number 100 to 102, different method of separations. Yeah, you have to understand it. See how questions have asked today. They have shown, they have written just a paragraph and you have to draw the diagram. Sometimes they will show, they will draw a unlabeled diagram and you are supposed to draw it, relabeled it, right? So just understand this different method of separation. And after that, page number 103, extraction of aluminium. See, today only on the basis of extraction of aluminium question has came. Page number 105, question based on figure 8.13. Page number 106, corrosion and its prevention. Page number 112 to 113, double and triple bond, characteristics of carbon. Okay, take a screenshot, students. Then page number 115, saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Page number 118, functional group. Page number 121, IUPAC nomenclature. See, today only ethene, ethane. Ethine, they have asked you, right? So just understand this, learn this IUPAC nomenclature. Page number 127, ethanol and ethanoic acids. Page number 123, chemical properties of carbon. Page number 130, esterification. Always it comes. Page number 131, polymers. Page number 137, types of satellites, right? So this all are students, this all are very important points for your study purpose. So if you will understand this much, you will learn this much, it will be very beneficial for you. So take a screenshot of this. I hope you all have understood today whatever I have explained you, how to write the paper, how is the question paper pattern, how the marks is allotted to each and every questions, how the marks is, how much weightage is given to each and every chapters, and today's paper, how each and every questions you have to write, that also I've explained. And in last I've explained you what are the important topics of this science one. You have to go through it, it will be beneficial for you. So thank you very much students for listening my lecture. I hope you have understood whatever I have taught today. Thank you so much. So,
teacher, wind up the lecture?
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Just after this, just share that PPT in the group.